They told him he had 5 good years left. That was 15 years ago. He's still standing, still speaking, still living. This is Living with Parkinsons, the good, the bad, and the reality. A podcast about what happens when life throws you something incurable, and you fight back anyway. Hosted by Bryce Perry. Diagnosed at 40, 15 years into the battle. This is the truth behind the tremor. Let's begin.
You ever had one of those days where Parkinson's throws you a curveball and the only option is to laugh or lose your mind? Well, I sure have. And today, I'm going to dive into the real raw stories and the creative solutions that actually get us through the tough days. From the epic fails to the surprising wins, you'll hear moments from my own life and from people just like you. So stick around, because what you hear today could change your whole week. Well, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I want to thank my loyal viewers for coming back. And if you're new here, I'm Bryce, and this is Living with Parkinsons, the good, the bad, and the reality. And here it's all about real talk, real support, and yes, a good dose of laughter about life with Parkinsons. This channel is a place for anyone, whether you're living with Parkinsons, you're caring for somebody, or you just want to understand what it's really like. And remember, your stories are the heart of this community. So I encourage you to jump in when you can. And let's just jump into this one. Today, I want to start with a classic Parkinson's moment from my own life. Okay, so picture this. It's a regular morning. I'm feeling pretty confident. I got my jacket on, keys in hand, and I remembered my phone. Victory music is in my head. And then I realized I forgot my wallet. So I go back to get it. And as soon as I bend down, boom, Tremor City. I drop the wallet, I drop the keys, and my phone bounces under the couch just for good measure. And that's when in my head I cue the circus music. But here's the truth. 5 years ago, this would have ruined my day. I might have skipped going out. And now I just laugh, I snap a mental picture, and I keep rolling. Because Parkinson's forces you to become a professional at rolling with the punches. And who can relate to that, right? But honestly, it's not just about the clumsy moments. Sometimes Parkinson's delivers little victories that feel huge. Like last month, I managed to button a stubborn shirt all by myself for the first time in ages. It took about 4 minutes and a fair bit of my mumbling under my breath and a few probably beep, beep, beep words. But when I finally did it, I practically gave myself a standing ovation. It's the little things, right? It's these little things that we can kind of celebrate to make ourselves feel better. And I'll never forget the time at a grocery store when my hand was shaking so much that I could barely hold my debit card. And the cashier asked if I was nervous, and I just smiled and said, nope, just my Parkinson's getting a head start on the weekend. And instead of embarrassment, we had a real conversation about the disease. And by the end, the person behind me in line said, thanks for educating us. Sometimes when you're open, you give others permission to be open too. And that was the real lesson to me. And it was a real aha moment for me. Now, it's not just my stories that matter. Let's hear from some of you. So I pulled some of real stories, out of the comments and DMs, and I'm going to share a couple of them because I think they're amazing. So Janet from Ontario shared this. Last week I tried to make tea. By the time the kettle boiled, I'd already forgotten why I was in the kitchen twice. Eventually, I made coffee instead. Guess you just go with the flow. And you know what, Janet? You nailed it. That's Parkinson's humor at the best, and that's probably your mantra for living. With Parkinson's, sometimes we just go with the flow, or you not just sometimes, you just have to go with the flow. So thanks, Janet. I really appreciate that. And how about this one? This one from Sarah in BC. My biggest win last week is I made it through a yoga class without falling. And when I did wobble, the group joined in for balance practice. I've never felt so included. I love this. Sometimes it's not just about staying upright, right? It's about staying connected. And I just love that story. So thank you so much. Sarah. That's encouraging to me. How about Mike from Iowa? I tried Bryce's sticky note hack, but my dog ate 3 of them, and now he's the most organized pup in the neighborhood. Mike, if your dog starts taking your meds on time, then you need to let us know. Meds on time every time, even for the dog. So thanks, Mike. I got a real kick out of that. That was awesome. And, here's one from Lisa in Florida. My grandkids help me set reminders on my phone, except now my phone tells me to dance like no one's watching at 3 p.m. every day. Who needs medication when you've got grandkids? What an incredible story. I mean, it's funny, but that's awesome, right? It's just totally awesome. And if you've got a story, funny, frustrating, or inspiring, drop it in the comments below. You never know who you're going to encourage today. You just never know. Okay, now let's get practical. Now, let's talk practical solutions. Like over the years, I've collected a whole toolkit, right? Some ideas from doctors and some from my friends and some from good old fashioned trial and error. And let's break it down. Okay. And this is just some things that you need to really think about. One of the things that I do is number one, this is a sticky note system. And we heard about, I think it was Mike, was it Mike's dog that loves the sticky note system? But let's break down what the sticky system is. And I have more sticky notes than a stationery store, to be honest. So here's how I use them. Red sticky notes, medication reminders, always on the fridge or the coffee maker. Blue sticky notes, appointments or things that I need to tell Carmen. And yellow sticky notes are pep talks to myself, like, you've got this, or remember, coffee first, question later. And if you run out of sticky notes, cereal boxes, napkins, and even bathroom mirror will do. And I apologize to Carmen in advance for all of those things that I write on or do. Um, True story, because once Carmen found a note on her shampoo bottle, don't forget to hug Bryce today. Because Bryce has always got his cuteness rolling in high steam. But anyway, and the other set of tips and things that I'm going to talk to you about and remember is alarms for everything, meds, stretching, water, you name it. My tip: assign each alarm a different sound. So when Eye of the Tiger plays at noon, I know it's time for my midday pill, not a workout. For tech folks, you like to maybe try there's an app called MetaSafe, and this isn't sponsored a video or anything, but it tracks doses and it gives nudges if you miss, and it even lets your loved ones know if you forget, and you can try that. I'm not into that. But because I don't like my loved ones to get nudges every time I miss, because they're, oh my god, they worry too much about me. But anyway, if that's something you need, make sure you check it out. And how about for low tech days? All right, how about this? Use a cheap digital kitchen timer or even a friendly neighbor as a reminder buddy. Just whatever it is you have or use, just put it to to use it to your advantage, right? Cheap little kitchen digital timers, easy, perfect, uh, amazing. And then don't forget also the pill timer cap bottle or pill timer bottle cap. I always mess that up. And again, I have some links in the descriptions below to for all the little things I use, and feel free to help yourself and see what I use. Anyway, here's a big one: the 5-minute reset rule. Okay, so this is what I do when I feel overwhelmed or frustrated or like I'm just about to lose it. Here's my 5-1. Ready? Number one, I pause. Okay, I sit down. I take 5 deep breaths, and then I remind myself, reset is not retreat, right? It's regroup and get back in the game. And sometimes I literally say out loud, okay, body, we're doing this together. Whether you like it or not, we're doing this together. And I just kind of take that moment to reset. And that's 5-minute reset rule. And it's very important. Sit down, pull yourself out of what you're into. So again, if you're at the office or you're somewhere like that, get out of the stressors that are around you. So if you have to go sit down in the living room because something's going on in the bedroom, or if you're at work and you have to go sit down in another office or whatever it is, kind of move away from what's stressing you out and what's making you feel overwhelmed, and just take that 5 minutes and breathe. It's like a meditation. Like, breathe, think it through. Remind yourself this is just a minute in time. It's not the end of the world. Okay, it's not the end of the world, and just try that. So I challenge you to try that 5 minute rule. Okay. Here's another thing that I've seen a lot of people use is a magnetic whiteboard calendar. Right? So if sticky notes aren't your thing, a magnetic whiteboard on the fridge works wonders, right? I've seen people use it for daily routines like their meds at 7, 3, and 11. They can write it down, and appointments or what's for dinner. And I would love that one, so I don't have to keep asking Carmen 5 times, or I don't have to keep saying over and over again, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? And I don't know what I want for dinner. Is anybody like that out there? I mean, actually, when I took speech therapy, you had to come up with 10 statements that you would say every day. And I was trying to think of these 10 statements do I say every single day? And it was like, I guess I say, I love you, good morning, good night. And I was struggling to find 10. And I thought, and then one popped in my head. It was like, I don't know what I want for dinner tonight. So I'm like, holy smokes. Anyway, but anyway, when you do that with that magnet board and it's visual, it's simple, and everyone in the house sees it. So you'll be accountable, right? And then there's that accountability buddy system. Enlist a friend or a partner or care partner or a family member to check in once a day. And it can be simple as, a daily meds check, right? Text or a funny meme when you hit a goal, right? And I do that when Carmen's not around. I'll send her a thing. Took my meds, took my meds, and so it's sort of it's just sort of a way to keep accountable. And then if they don't hear from you that day, they're coming back to you. Hey, are you on schedule? Are you taking your meds? It's just something that's a little hack that could be easy. And here's a shout out to my buddy Brian, and he's the king of sending reminders disguised as jokes. So, hey, Brian, and if you don't know about Brian, then you should check out our podcast, Life in Motion, the Parkinson podcast. It's Sundays at noon Eastern time, so you can check that out. Anyway, how about this? Here are some quick fire hacks that we got from viewers because these are amazing, right? So here it is. Susan puts her pill bottle in her shoe at night because I never leave home without my shoes. Therefore, she never forgets her pill bottle. Mike tapes reminders to his steering wheel. Janet said if she can't find motivation, she borrows someone else's for the day. Doug in Winnipeg said, set your hardest task first thing before you have time to talk yourself out of it. And I used to have an old saying back in the corporate days was eat that frog, right? Eat that frog. So the thing that you want, that thing that you are most don't want to do that day, the biggest thing, do it first, the hardest task first, and get it out of the way. And therefore you'll actually get it done, right? Hey, quick pause. If you're getting value from these tips and these stories and real life hacks, then make sure you hit the subscribe button below. That would be cool. And this is what we do every week. Real talk, support, some laughs, and the best crowdsourced advice you're ever going to find anywhere. Plus, you'll be the first to know when there's a new episode, a live Q&A, or a special guest in the hot seat. So hit subscribe and let's keep this community growing. Okay, now let's answer a couple of the most asked questions. And here's one from a viewer. How do you handle afternoon fatigue? And this is a big question. Well, I schedule most of my important stuff in the morning. This is how I roll. I always keep water close. And yes, sometimes I take a power recline after lunch. No guilt. If I need to nap, I nap. And also, if I push too hard, and I pay for it later. So I'm learning to listen to my body's early warning signs. And I would suggest that you do as well. And if you've got a good hack or a good a good hack or a good tool or a good tip, make sure you leave it in the comments below. And don't forget, I read and I respond to every single one. So whether it's even a hey or a hi, I'm right back at you. Okay, here's another one that came in. How do you keep your spirits up on hard days? That's a tough one, right? That's really tough. Some days are really, really tough with Parkinson's. But for me, music helps. Sometimes I blast the 80s, right? The 80s hits something, and sometimes it's just something mellow. I text a friend, I step outside, or I just focus on one thing I can do, no matter how small. And on a really, really bad day, well, guess what? I let myself have it. No shame in having a grumpy day now and then. I actually have a video, one of the other episodes of the podcast. You should check it out. And it's called Let Me Have a Bad Day. So just sometimes there's days that you have to have a bad day. And it's okay to have a bad day. And you shouldn't have to feel super grumpy or super guilty about that at all. Okay. Here's a question. What do you wish you'd known at diagnosis? Oh, do you have all day? Well, probably the number one thing is that asking for help isn't a weakness. That's the PD community. It's full of people who understand, and it's okay to grieve what you've lost. So even while you're grateful for what remains, right? So you'd be grateful for what I've left, but it's okay. It's okay to grieve what I've lost, but that's why this PD community is so amazing. And my biggest advice would be to reach out for help always, always, and quick before it gets too much, before it festers, right? So here's things that I wish I knew sooner. It's okay to grieve, right? The old you, and to look forward to the new you. Okay. Tell your friends and family early because they'll surprise you with support. Write down questions for your doctor ahead of time. Celebrate every single small win. Every single small win. The world's best Parkinson party might just be getting your socks on by yourself. And those are some of the really, really quick ones. But I want to end on some hope. Okay. So a friend of mine just completed their first fundraising walk. And I think it was like 10 kilometers. It was something that she thought was going to be like impossible 2 years ago when she got diagnosed. There's no way I'm going to be able to run or walk 10 kilometers. And she knocked it out of the park. So amazing, right? Like, it's just awesome. Just stretch yourself. Don't ever limit yourself because of Parkinson's at all. How about this? There are more clinical trials and more new treatments on the horizon than ever before. Progress isn't always fast, but it's real. And if you're struggling today, I want you to remember something. Small wins count. Small days, just getting out of bed, right? Some days just getting out of bed is enough. If you need a break, take it. And if you got a big win, big or small, share it below. We celebrate them all here. We really, really do. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me. Every story shared and every solution tried brings us all one step closer to a brighter future. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to stay updated on this journey. Like and share, and don't forget to join the inner circle for support, laughs, and live chats. All right, drop your win of the week, your tip, or just hello in the comments. I read everyone, and your voice truly matters here. And if you've made it this far, this is your Bryceism of the day of this episode. Ready for it? With Parkinson's, every day is a team sport. Some days you're the coach, some days you're the water boy, but you're always part of the game. I like that. I really like that. You go and you have a great day. Do life today.
Parkinson's may be part of your life, but it doesn't get to define it. Thanks for listening to Living with Parkinson's, the good, the bad, and the reality. If this episode moved you, helped you, or reminded you you're not alone, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Want to go deeper? The Inner Circle is waiting. Monthly Zoom calls, 24/7 community, and a direct line to Bryce. You'll find the link in the show notes. Until next time, keep showing up and keep doing life today.